Instead of spending all of our time focused on the left side of the graph, which is the customer life cycle, where the customer first becomes aware of our product. They get some knowledge about our product by reading about it, checking out reviews, seeing what we've listed out, maybe doing their own Google searches and seeing if there's other information about it. And then they move into a state of consideration where they evaluate, do I want to do this or not? And then and only then do they reach the middle of that chart where we come to selection and trial. And what's interesting is the reason it's called selection and trial is because the first time they purchase, they're just testing. They're not sure it's gonna work. At your office, you're celebrating. Woohoo, that's 40 sales today. At their house, they're going, oh my God, I hope this works. And then in the typical business, we say, well, let them go. Instead of moving our shift to this other side, the post-purchase behaviors, looking at were they even satisfied with their purchase? Are we starting to build some loyalty? And then, and only then, do we reach advocacy. With all due respect, and you guys, I get the importance of getting those 4- and 5-star reviews, but what I loved about the conversation that Craig and Jason had with us earlier is they specifically talked about the fact that sometimes it's too early to ask for a review. We've all been there, right? You buy something and 5 minutes later they're saying, well, would you like to introduce me to some of your friends that might want to buy this too? Let's take it back to a dating analogy. You go on the first date, you have an absolutely wonderful time. You're walking the lady back to her apartment, you get her to the front door and you say, hey, that was an absolutely fantastic dinner. You are stunning. This was incredible. I would like to do this again. Now at dinner you mentioned you have 2 roommates. My gut instinct is they're similar to you. They have similar likes and interests. So if you'd be kind enough to pass my number on to them, I'd like to start a conversation with them as well. It's laughable, right? We would never do that in our personal lives, yet in our business lives, we do that all the time. What we need to be focusing on is the first 100 days. What we need to be focusing on is onboarding, inviting customers in using a managed, structured series of contacts designed to create a welcoming experience, to welcome them in, to say you're part of the family now. You're not just a number. You're not just a sale for this month. There's 6 key ways that you can do this, and we're gonna talk about all of them today. You can do this in person, via email, via mail, phone, video, and gifts and presents. And before we dive in, and I'm gonna give you examples of all of them except one. I'm not gonna give you many examples today for in person. And the reason is most of you have a hang up that would take me more than the 50 minutes I have to get over, that e-commerce businesses can't do in-person interactions. Fact of the matter is you can. I'll give you one very quick example. Let's say you sell car wash mitts. Hypothetically, I talked to someone in the audience earlier today that does that. You sell car washer mitts, you're going to Las Vegas and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna host a meetup at my hotel for all of my customers in Las Vegas who have purchased my car mitt. And you do something in person and you blow their minds. Because they're like, I bought a $12 car mitt and you're inviting me out to drinks at the Venetian? You'll move the dial and you'll get reviews. You'll get people going back and adding in new reviews on top of the review they already did because they thought you were so awesome. I've done the research and across a wide range of industries all around the world, a 5% improvement in your customer retention, i.e. if we can get 5% of your customers to do business with you a second time, in the typical business that increases profits, profits, 25 to 100%. Not revenues, profits. And the reason is it's easier to serve someone you already know than to serve someone that you're meeting for the first time.